What would you say to a business owner who feels like cash works fine and sees no reason to change?
Oh, so I would say for business owners that continue or prefer to use cash, they will see benefits from looking at others that are gaining these benefits. And so many a times people will use what they currently have because they're accustomed to it and they're comfortable. And I would say that part of my role is through education. And so with education, you help everyone understand the cost of using cash. There is a cost. There's theft, damaged notes. Not only that, there is incorrect change. There is a cost to using cash. The movement of the cash, the management of the cash. And so anything physical requires effort and labor. So not only can it be lost, but also there's a need to manage it. And I would say that our job as we move forward, we're relatively new. We launched in February of 2026. And so part of our world is around education. So not only are we bringing merchants on board, but we have to ensure that everyone understands the value that they get. There is a cost to going digital. It isn't free. But when you calculate the cost of cash in your business versus the cost of having a card payment solution, there's significant benefit. The other thing that comes out of having digital payments would be data. When card payments are done, the data gets captured, and those come in terms of reports. And those reports can be used for many things. One of them would be going to a bank and essentially asking for a loan, because it forms part of the argument around your cash flow. And so I would say that for those that are thinking about it or might need further convincing, my job is to do that. But I would welcome anyone that has questions or would like to inquire more to reach out to us.
If I can add to that briefly, one of the things that we all know is Guyana is a heavy cash-based economy, but we're also the fastest growing economy in the world, and we are seeing a huge influx of visitors from all over the world. And because we are so far behind, people from advanced economies are expecting to come here and to use their cars. They're expecting to come, jump in a taxi, to go into a supermarket, go into a small store, go by a vendor on the roadside and use their cards. Unfortunately, they are met with a different reality when they're here. So what we have seen in the last few years, especially during this particular boom, is that the non-traditional merchants, as we call them, they have been approaching the banks for point of sales because they realize that we are losing money if we don't get these devices. Because what actually happens with consumers from advanced economies is if they go into a place and you're not accepting their cards, they're not walking with cash. They're not Guyanese. So they're going to walk out. You're going to lose that sale. And I think a lot of merchants are coming to that realization. And as Alima mentioned also, in terms of just being a part of the formal financial system, just being a part of the banking sector is very important for any business. And you cannot, I shouldn't say you cannot, but it's harder when you come into the banking sector without any track record. Just being a small merchant and you run a transaction through your system creates that traction for a small business, for a micro business. So when you come into the bank for a loan, you want to develop your infrastructure, you want to get some money for goods, you can leverage that simple relationship to have a better banking experience.
Mm-hmm.